And now it's Renovate and Build. 60 minutes dedicated to building and renovating solutions. Here's your hosts, Jim and Sandra.
Hi there. Thanks for taking the time to join us here on CIL 650. Glad to be back in the studio to talk all things construction with the founder and president of Fair Trade Works, Jim Perkins. I can tell by the coffee cups lined up this morning you were raring to go to get into the new CAP studios.
Absolutely raring to go this morning. You're right, Sandra. Good morning. Yeah, this weather really gets everybody focused, I believe, on home improvement. The phones have been ringing at our head office, and there's nothing, we love more at Fair Trade Works than the team is excited about new projects, lots of stuff still happening and still driving towards, the holidays into the new year. And it's just a good time to be involved with Fair Trade Works and a good time to be building in the city of Vancouver. And we're all super excited about what's happening. And you certainly can't be in this business if you don't like kind of helping people, and that's what Fair Trade Works is all about. It's an incredible satisfaction in helping homeowners and business owners alike. When you see the kind of smile in their faces when we reveal the final product, it's why we started Fair Trade Works and why we employ the staff. And it's just it's just a really positive company right now with the growth that we're encountering and all the kind of people buying into our machine and really using our services. And it's just we've since day one strived to change construction experiences. We're doing it and just having a great time doing it.
And I've been a client the last few weeks. It's been fun to be on the other side. And I know I work for Fair Trade Works, so people always think, well, the construction cycle, but I'm in the office most of the time in the communications department, so I really don't get to go out and see a lot of the construction site. I get to meet happy homeowners and get to deal with the post pictures, etc., but I don't get to often be part of the actual construction cycle and deal with the advisors. So
tell us all about it.
Well, I have a washer and dryer that needed to be have a frame around them or a room around them, and I was really worried because it was at the top of a stairwell, and I thought, oh, it's going to be so ugly when you just come up and see a bland old closet there right in your face. So had Connor come and act as my advisor, and as expected, he exceeded my expectations because he designed something that looks really cool at the top of the stairs. And so now we get to start the process, and he's been just eliminating my hassles because I've had all of these fears and a big list of questions, like I'm sure every homeowner does. But he has me excited about the project, so I'm not fretting right now. And like I said, it's been a happy experience throughout the entire process. So I got to see the design and what it was going to look like and choose what products, and he had so many suggestions. I think that's what helped me alleviate my worries, is because I did think it was going to be really ugly and ruin the look of the home when you enter. Yeah,
I think that's the beauty of our system. We employ people who are smart and think outside the box, and it's great to go and meet homeowners or commercial clients and just really work with them and kind of think with them to kind of not just come in and say, oh, I want this done, okay, well, we're just going to slap it in, or really go back to the office, think of a great solution, come back with great ideas and get the homeowners excited using our kind of expertise in the construction industry. And then from there, so they're excited about what they envision or what we suggest they were going to build. And then from there, letting our system go through the tendering process, all the safety of our contracts and escrow service, and just being a really interactive, trouble-free experience where we really do, as a third party, be their advocate through the process and kind of sharing that and prolong that excitement through to design, tendering process, come back with an estimate that's fair and protected, and then go into the construction process. So it's just, I think you got a taste of what our consumers are really experiencing and really buying into and really enjoying, just kind of having all the headaches taken away and kind of bringing the fun back into the whole construction process.
Well, and speaking with the neighbors, because everybody wants to get involved in it then, of course, but they were saying, thank goodness you know someone and that you can trust this system. And I said, well, the good part is they're working for you anyway, so you can as well. But it was just interesting because I had to place myself in someone else's shoes who doesn't know, and where do you start the process? I mean, it was nice for me to be able to go to the office and fill out the contact form and know who I was going to be dealing with, but to be able to think I have to start that all by myself would have been overwhelming, and I don't know how much I would have completed.
Yeah, it's daunting.
I likely would have delayed it for
a while.
It's
daunting to know where to start, who you're dealing with, and all these things, and you just don't know who's out there and who's going to come to your front door. So
I sure don't. Well, lots of experience to be shared on the show today. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to be sharing actually and focusing on the latest trends. For those of you just joining us, my name is Sandra Lummis. I'm the Communications Director at Fair Trade Works, and my boss, the founder and president of Fair Trade Works, Jim Perkins, is here each morning with me on Saturday mornings so that we can talk everything construction. And as we all know, building is important, but so too is ensuring that you're building something that will stand the test of time and it won't be outdated. So later this hour, we'll have the pleasure of speaking with Mike Heaps of Wolseley, Canada, about the latest trends in bathroom fixtures and faucets.
And Sandra, it's not just the design element of the home that is continually improving, so too are the products that keep us safe. Megan Gary will be offering us some new solutions on smoke detectors today on Product Face Off.
And from residential to the latest in commercial construction, David Lawlinen we will have from the Century Group. He's the communications director there as well. He'll be joining us to discuss the latest 21-story project that's taking place in Surrey. Jim, this is going to be incredible. They have everything from a hotel, convention space. They have, of course, residences there, fine dining, you name it. This place is going to add a lot to the landscape of Surrey.
That sounds fantastic. But first, let's welcome Carla Duncan, the principal of Tiotage Reproduction Limited, and talk more about her neighbourhood of Surrey. Good morning, Carla.
Good morning, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Wonderful. Thanks for having me down here.
Well, it's always so easy to talk about Surrey because you have everything happening right now.
Oh, it's a big place. Then there's a lot going on. There's no shortage of development in Surrey.
When you're opening the newspaper now, it's Surrey, Surrey, Surrey. Everybody seems to be wanting to head to Surrey.
I have so many newspapers on my door in the morning. I don't know what to do with them.
Well, what is happening? What are some of the latest developments?
In construction and development, there's a lot going on. Let's start with the fact that Surrey's population is going to outgrow Vancouver by 2041, and it's claiming to have over 800 new residents a month.
Wow.
So currently, if you look at Surrey, there's 6 town centres. You have Whalley, Newton, Guildford, Fleetwood, Cloverdale, South Surrey. Hi, baby.
Carla's just waving to her new baby there at the window. So
She's trying to distract me there.
the whole team's coming.
Anyway, there's 6 town centres in Surrey, so there's a huge landmass. The landmass is big enough to hold Vancouver, Burnaby, and Richmond. So if you think that the landmass could hold 3 other major cities, just think of the development opportunities for growth. So developers know that the city is going to be growing exponentially over the next coming years. So Mayor Diane Watts in the city of Surrey, they've invested huge dollars to start to develop the city core, or what they call the new central city. And that is the backbone to where all this growth is occurring around. So one major development is the renovation down at the Surrey Hospital through the Lark Group. And the hospital now covers 40 acres of land to accommodate the increasing population. And the city of Surrey is also completing projects, the new city hall, the new library, the government infrastructure like the new RCMP office. And in conjunction, we have major developers coming to our area, like BOSA, Concord, Pacific, Timeshare, Rise Alliance, PCI Group, of course, Century Group, and many more who are heading up the major projects in and around this new city core. And these projects are including huge residential and office towers, townhouse complexes, shopping centers, open space community areas. Even the King George SkyTrain station is getting a huge overhaul. Thank God, because it needed it. But besides all the government infrastructure and the major developers investing here, what we see are the smaller private companies popping up everywhere, which I find interesting working with a lot of developers. And many of these companies, you've never heard of them before. So many of them are building apartment buildings, townhouses, and these new developers are just one-man companies or number companies. So overall, what we see is the large city investment, the large developers with the big projects, and then the small developers and the entrepreneurs all growing off this infrastructure that's being put in place in the city.
Money to be made, they will come.
And you got to see it too. It's like people I think in Vancouver, it's like, when was last time we were out in Surrey where, I was out there on the weekend, and it's intense. Like, there's so much happening out there, and it's just sprawls and goes on and on and on. I think people that live in Vancouver just kind of live in a bit of a wee bubble there, but you go out to Surrey and it used to be so sprawling, like you said, but now it's just creating a CBD, a downtown, rejuvenating all that kind of older buildings, and they're building a city, and it's just unbelievable.
Why do you think it's so popular? I mean, we've talked before about some of the easy routes in.
It's so popular, for a lot of reasons. Surrey Mayor Diane Watts has done a great job improving the city. And instead of thinking the Surrey is just Whalley and kind of a scuddy area, she's really turned it around, and she's keeping the momentum going with over 6,000 acres of parks and green space. People call it the city of parks, and I think this is one reason why people are calling it home, is they want to be able to take their children to the parks and relax on the benches, play cards in the afternoon. And with these parks come walking trails, bicycle trails, recreational facilities, skate parks. It's just a really family-friendly area to be in.
Yeah.
And access to transit is huge. You know, people don't want to be stuck in traffic their whole lives. Everything is very central.
And you don't have to leave Surrey anymore. Like, people sometimes used to reside in Surrey or come to Vancouver to work, but now it's just so self-sufficient. And you talk about all those parks and trails and infrastructure and services. Like, you know, again, I come from England, and like living in London or something, you compare to like living in London, where it's just an absolute nightmare, gridlock, expensive, polluted, and then if you transported those people to somewhere like Surrey, they would just think it's
Heaven.
heaven. It's absolutely it is, because we just get so used to it being from Canada and living here now. But it is. You go to the city and it's a playground. It's unbelievable. It's so clean. It's safe. It's just. It's just
I love what she's done, though, for business, and as you said, raising the bar on even some of the city standards. Mayor Watts is really futuristic in a lot of what she had planned out.
Definitely.
Or her team, too. I shouldn't just say one person, but I think they were really trying to be futuristic in their views.
I think so, you know, and she is staying ahead of the game with some of the cool developments, such as offering the free city Wi-Fi. You know, and just keeping her city so diversified. You know, I think Surrey is very accepting of people, you know, all over the world. People come here from Asia, South Korea, China, you know, Jamaica, just everywhere. You know, even 43% of people don't speak English at home in the city as their first language. And I think because all the different cultures are here and they all thrive so well here, you know, people see that, and even more people are coming. Like, even in the summer, you can find a festival in this town for pretty much every different culture and heritage background.
I said you can eat around the world
You
during
can.
the summer here. I know, it's wonderful. Incredible. Well, thank you so much, Carla. We really appreciate you coming in and sharing all your information with us. I know you're happy you bought a house there now.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We've been chatting with Carla Duncan, the principal of TR Trades Reproduction Limited, located at 1744 West 4th, and of course our latest neighborhood news reporter for Surrey. If you'd like to contribute to our weekly feature that focuses on construction and development in various communities around the province, email us radio@fairtradeworks.biz.
And smoke detectors are the focus of Product Face-Off today. Meg and Gary will be waiting patiently in the sidelines to show us their latest finds.
And did you know that the average Canadian spends between $10,000 and $14,000 on their bathroom renovation? Mike Heaps, our bath fixture and faucet expert from Wolseley, Canada, is next with one of my favorite discussions, the latest in design for the 2015 season. Stay with us.
There's still lots more ahead. This is Renovate and Build, powered by Fair Trade Works with Jim and Sandra.